Jax will be the next character to be abstracted in the amazing digital circus, right? Many of you have wondered what happens to the abstract characters in the amazing digital circus. It's a really interesting concept with a lot of open ends about it, and I have a lot of theories about what could be going on, but I think I've just solved the mystery once and for all. Let's just get down to it. Now, when you think about what happens to a character when he abstracts, you probably think he's either gone mad or even died. But what if I told you it wasn't? Instead, they found a way to escape. This is confirmed when we look at how Kaufmo abstracted.
But no until it's too late. I've been looking for this. Thanks for keeping an eye on it, Coffee. I'm gonna head out. See ya.
But if we want to know who is going to abstract next, we need to talk about Kaufmo's mother clan, because it is very important to understand the concept of abstracting. He's the only character we've seen that is abstracted in the show. Kaufmo was a clown who always tried to cheer people up in the digital circus, but he failed. The other characters didn't find his jokes funny. This really confused Kaufmo. Over time, Kaufmo began to behave more and more strangely. He was constantly yapping about how to find a way out of the circus, which in turn made others treat him worse. And you know what happened next.
Whoa, Kaufmo! Listen, I know we didn't always get along, like when you called me out for fake laughing at your jokes. I swear I really did think they were funny. I was just having a bit of a bad day!
The creators of the show also confirmed in an interview that they had too many characters on the show, and one of them had to leave so they could add Pomni to the circus. There have been many incidents like Kaufmo's in the past, and these previous cases of people being abstracted may help us to know which character will be abstracted next. As we can see in the door of the room, if you look very closely, you can see 6 people who have been crossed out. I think that the crosses above these unfamiliar characters, whom we have not seen before, mean that they have already abstracted and somehow left the circus. So let's investigate. There seems to be a dog that we don't have much information about, a sock puppet that we also don't have much information about, a blurry image of another clown archetype like Pomni, some sort of pink monster, and a bird. But the most important thing is that there is a black chess piece. It's interesting, in theory it's Queenie. But other than that, the creators haven't given us much more information about her. But wait a second, doesn't the amazing digital circus already have a chess piece? This is true. This brings us to our first character and main piece of abstraction, Kinger. He seems completely broken, perhaps because of the loss of his wife. This can become a great stress for him. For example, his constant panic or tendency to be afraid in calm situations. He can talk about something and then completely forget what it was about, or just completely ignore the people around him. He is definitely the most unstable character. But now the question is, will Kinger abstract next? No, if he's thinking about who, well, is leaving, he'll probably forget it after a few seconds.
My impenetrable fortress!
You want to come with us to check on Kaufmo?
No, not really. I think Kaufmo's gone insane. Last time I spoke with him, he was rambling endlessly about some exit. Kind of like you, Pomni.
But if Kinger isn't going to abstract further, who will? Well, now we have to talk about Jax. Jax is a seemingly cool guy, but he may not be what he seems on the surface. He is believed to be an insecure child who uses his jokes and mocking behavior as a defense mechanism. I think Jax is mentally insane, crazier than Kaufmo. He just hides it better. He'll probably make it to some of the later episodes, or maybe even escape if he can get it right, because he knows how to deal with such difficult situations. But at the same time, Jax is a very big wild card, because at face value he seems like the most stable of the bunch, but I think he's definitely hiding something that we don't know yet, which might be why he's always smiling. Seriously, why is he always smiling? I refuse to believe that this is just a design choice. There is definitely something behind it.
Please first. No, wait, why would I say that?
Wait, Pomni's not even here? Wasn't this whole thing for her?
Be quiet. I can't hear the escalator.
So Jax is a possibility, but there's a chance he won't be abstracted in the second episode. But what about Zooble? As weird as it sounds, she might be the one who gets abstracted in the next episode. It's kind of ironic to say that, since she said Kinger would be the first person it would happen to.
Man, I can't believe Kaufmo just gave up like that. I mean, no offense, Kinger, but I always thought you would be next.
She doesn't panic like Kinger, but she behaves in her own way. She is rude, grumpy, and irritable. She doesn't like where she is and clearly wants out of the circus. But because she doesn't know how to do this, her stress rises and her mental health suffers. Zooble's problem is obvious. She doesn't know who she is, which can be a major factor in abstraction. Zooble is rude because her worst fear is love. Zooble didn't like it when Jack scratched her back with his hand.
Is that a way to leave?
What exit? If there was a way to leave, I'm pretty sure we'd have all left by now.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Although it's possible, I doubt she'll be abstracted in the next episode. But what about Gangle? She is a very unstable character, similar to Kinger. Her mask controls her senses, and she is very sensitive. Also, Jax may be trying to help her reach her limit by breaking her mask.
They broke my comedy mask.
So, Caine, we having a new adventure today for the newbie or what?
I think Jax is actually trying to make her abstract. So yes, Gangle could be another potential candidate for abstraction. But what about Ragatha? Ragatha showed signs of insanity, but Caine managed to heal her in the early stages of the crash.
I am in so much pain!
Ragatha is an optimistic character, but she can hide a tinge of madness. She was traumatized and really wants to leave, especially because of how she was treated in episode 1. I don't think she stayed here long. And, of course, you can't forget about the main character, Pomni. It may seem impossible for her to abstract, but the amazing digital circus can have a bad ending. This can lead either to the death of the main character or to her transformation into an abstract monster. Pomni keeps trying to convince herself that it's all a dream and talks about finding a way out. The situation in the secret room and the end of the pilot episode suggest that Pomni has started to lose her grip on reality.
Because we don't need to eat, drink, or sleep in this digital world. So the digital food here only gives off the virtual sensation of eating without any of the nutritional benefits.
Jeez, lay off it. Since when are you an expert on the digital world?
Most likely, Pomni abstracts further because he wants to find a way out. Do you remember who else wanted to find a way out? It was Kaufmo. Memory can definitely be a potential candidate for abstraction. But finally, we must consider Caine. Caine is a very mysterious character. There is also a theory that Caine killed his brother. In the scene where the CA sign is shown, there is a theory that it could mean that Caine had a brother, and we didn't see him in the game. But the real question is, will Caine be abstracted? I really don't think so. I can see him staying here until the very end of Amazing Digital Circus. But what about Bubble? Yeah, we're really covering everything in this theory, but I'm pretty sure we can figure out Bubble pretty quickly because it seems like Bubble is just another one of Caine's NPCs.
Caine, is this one of your NPCs or is this a new sucker? Because if it's a new character, we're gonna have to redo this whole theme song.
These are approximately all the characters described. But who is most likely to abstract? Well, I'd say Ragatha gets abstracted in episode 2. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. And if you really enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next episode.